Cecilia Donato, 48 Alvernia Road, beautifully paved. I'm going to keep saying that. I'm thrilled that you paved my road. I've heard a lot of stuff here tonight, all of which is valid. If I lived here, I'd be really upset about the traffic. I walk through this house and I'm looking around and I'm going, I can't believe some of the stuff that wasn't done was not done, because it makes it so much harder now to make hard choices, to do what you have to in order to preserve this. You don't have to preserve every single solitary part of history. People have talked about the jewel part of the building, etc. But if the non-jewel part is adversely affecting the jewel part, you have to make some hard choices. Getting a preservation study done sounds like a great thing. Having people raise money, you've looked at different ways that you could raise money over the next 5 years, that sounds great. What I haven't heard is anybody who volunteered to do it except Eric, whose last name I did not get, so I apologize. I'm not trying to be familiar or informal. My experience over the last 3 years has been a steady decline in volunteerism here, and I think if you're looking at something that Mr. Bowden said would take an awful lot of time, I know for a lot of nonprofits it winds up being a full-time position, but they're not going to get paid. And what I want to know is, can we get someone who's willing to stand up here and say, yes, I will take a full-time job where half the town is going to hate my guts and I'm not going to be able to go get coffee in the coffee shop without somebody coming and standing at the table and either patting my back or slapping my face, all for no money. It's unbelievable that you can sit here and make all of these plans and not take into account the one simple thing, which is there's got to be a person with a brain and a mouth who is willing to write the letters to get money, who is willing to make a hard decision and then stand up to the kind of criticism that they're going to get because, no, we're not going to rebuild that thing, or no, we're going to go ahead and tear down that in order to preserve this other great thing. Unless you start hearing some people who say, yes, I'm willing to run a finance committee for this place for free for the next 5 years, I think you have to take that into account along with estimates from contractors who come in here and yeah, they can be friends with people, but I think, you know, like anybody, you want 3 independent bids on everything. And it can't just be a preservation expert talking about what you need to preserve. It's somebody coming behind him who does that kind of work and who says, this is what it's going to cost. And I do hope that what you're going to be looking at going forward is going to take all of that stuff into account. You're going to have that kind of financial information, but that also you're able to get people who are willing to run the Friends of Pitney or whatever it's going to be called. Thank you.